Good day to you and welcome to First Lady Fashion and Style. If you're a subscriber already, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. And if you have been watching these videos and you have not subscribed, or this is your first time of tuning to this channel, I want you to hit the subscribe button and press the like button if you actually like the content you're seeing on this channel. Thank you so much. So right now I have a draft here, and on this draft here we'll be learning how to make a corset, and this corset is also going to have a basque. So here I have the front draft with me, and here I have the back draft. Please, if you don't know how to draw your half scale bodies, you can check the video. I have a video on how to draft the half scale. So I'm going to put away this back pattern and we are going to start with the front pattern here. So I'm going to explain what I have here briefly. So from the very top here to this place is the half length. From the top to where I have it, that is the half length. And then I have gone ahead to construct my neck. This is the tightening for the shoulder, the armhole. This here is 2 inches, which is the difference between my front and back. That is the side, the bust dart. And here I took in 0.75, 0.75 on both sides. So we can move on now. So the next thing we are going to do now is we are going to construct our underbust. So the underbust measurement we are using for this draft is underbust 30, and 30 divided by 4 will give me 7.5. So on this line here, this is the underbust line here, I'm going to measure from this center 7.5, and this is where I have my 7.5. So I'm going to measure what I have left here. So here I have 1.25. So I'm going to come to this side here and I'm going to put ½ inch. Whatever measurement you get, make sure you put the lower figure on this side, like ½ inch, and then the other you can put on this side. So on this side here, I'm going to put my I'm going to have 7.5 left, so I'm going to put it here. So I'm going to join this line here. I'm going to join it this way to the lower part, this way. So now I'm going to bring in my ruler and then curve it to the center, to the bust line, like that, this way. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the midpoint of my shoulder measurement. So from the neck here to this place, I'm going to look for the midpoint. This is the midpoint. I'm going to connect this midpoint to the bust point like that. So now we need to construct the upper chest line because we want to tighten the over bust here. So to contour here, remember in my former video I've taught you how to take your measurement from your neck here and measure how deep you want your cleavage measurement to go. So for this draft here, I'm going to measure 6 here, and then when you measure 6, you go up by 2. Whatever value you get, you can take your measurement from your neck and measure it down to a comfortable position for you. So whatever measurement you get, you go up by 2 inches. So this is where we are going to draw the upper chest line. So I'm going to measure this from up here just to get a straight line. So here I have 7. So I'm going to come to this side here and mark the same 7 here because I want to draw a straight line. So I'm going to draw my straight line this way. I hope you can see that. So on this line here, I'm going to take 5 inch on both sides, 5 inch here, 5 inch here, and then I'm going to connect the 5 inch this way I'm going to connect it to the bust line like that. I'm going to connect it properly, okay? So now that that is done, please, when you are making your own draft, you can use a pencil. I'm only using a bold pen so that you can see it properly. That's why I'm using this. Use a pencil so that you will get the accurate measurement. So the next thing we are going to do here is we are going to close this bust that, because I want to construct the cup in front. Okay, but before I construct the cup in front, you will come in on this side by 0.5 from the neck like this. You come in by 0.5, because we are going to roll a line. This line, this is where we are going to have the center of, this is going to be the center of the blouse. That is just 5 inches. So right now I'm going to close this blouse, and you know that before we can close any other dart, we have to open the dart. So I'm going to open this dart here just to the bust point, and then I'm going to close this one. I'm going to close it up this way. Okay, so I'm going to use my sellotape to hold it down. Okay, so now that the bust dart is closed, you can match up this side. Here we need to blend it up, because I'm seeing some, we need to blend it up like this so that we can have a straight line here. So when that is done, then we can now construct the bust here. So for us to construct the bust here, this is what we are going to do. The first thing is, on this side here, the armhole side here, you will come in by 1.5 this way, 1.5. So that is what we are going to use to construct the bust. 1.5 works very well. So right now, I want you to pay attention to how I'm going to place my curve and how I'm going to draw this line. That's the first thing. Pay attention to how I'm going to draw this line. So on this side here, remember I came down, this is the point here, I came down here by 6. So I'm going to do this and connect from my underbust line here. I'm going to connect it to where I have the point, the 6. And then on top here, I'm going to come down this way and also connect it like that. I hope you can see that. Then on this side too, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put my curve ruler and connect it this way to where I have the intake of the 1.5 here, and then from the top here, I'm also going to do this and connect this way. So I hope you can see that it is very easy. Just pay attention and watch the video. You can watch it the first time, and then the second time you can watch and then try to write down or practice. So you can see the cup is already formed. It is very easy. Then the second thing I want you to do is, I want you to do something for me. I need you to actually subscribe to this channel, because a lot goes into making these videos, and I just want to know if you are actually enjoying the content in this video. So when you subscribe, I'll be encouraged to make more videos. The second thing I need you to do for me is, I want you to like the video, because the more I see the likes, then I'm sure that you like the content, and then I'll bring you more of that content. It's going to encourage me to bring more of that content. So if you have not yet subscribed and you're still watching, this is the time for you to subscribe. So thank you so much. So let's go back to our draft. So now we have constructed the bust. You can see it's well constructed now. So the next thing that we are going to do now is we're going to cut it out. So just going to, okay, sorry, before let me just cut it out first. Let me cut it out this way. So If you are going to use, if you still need the yoke, now from here you can see this is the yoke. The yoke is still intact. So if you intend to put a yoke on your corset, you will just cut out. I'm going to cut it out separately. I'm not going to destroy it. So in case you need a yoke for your corset, you would. And then you can also alter the neckline to whatever you want. This is 3 by 3. So if you want it to be wider, you can do 4 by 3 or whatever you want. You can even change the style. You can change it to a V-neck or whatever. So just for this tutorial, I'm going to leave it this way. So right now I'm cutting out the parts that we don't need. So we won't be needing this part. So now I'm going to cut out the yoke here carefully, just to show you that you can have your yoke. Okay, so here this is your yoke here. So right now I'm going to cut out the cup. You have to be careful when you are cutting so that you don't cut out the important part. You don't cut out the important part. So on this side, I'm going to cut. So I want to advise that you do something here. Before you cut it out, before the final cutting, I want you to make a sign so that you will know, like this now, my cup, so that by the time I remove it, I will know where the cup is facing, which is for which, so that I don't mix everything up. So that's the first cup, and now I'm going to cut out this other cup here. Okay, so right now you can see, very simple, very easy. So right now we've constructed, this is our corset. So the next thing we are going to do now is to add the basque here. We're going to add the basque, and to add the basque, we are going to join these two parts together. That is the lower part of the draft. We're going to put it together and then bring in another paper and place the paper on top of it like this, making sure that the front side is straight. You can see that the paper I'm using here, it aligns with the line that is coming from the top. So I'm just going to tape it down this way, and then you are going to measure from the center here. You are going to go down by 3, or you go down by 4, depending on how long you want your bags to be. But I advise that you don't do more than 3. Don't do more than 3. So now you will come with your curve ruler, and then from this side here, that is the edge of the draft, you're going to use your curve ruler to draw your curve this way, depending on how curvy you want it to be. So right now you can see that we have our basque formed already. So I'm going to cut it out this way. You can make it curvy, it depends on what you want. I just want to keep it simple. So as you can see, this is our basque already. This is the upper part. You can use a tool for this part. You can use a net for it, and then this is the bust cup. You can see everything is looking, and this is the lower part. So right now, let's go quickly and draft. Let's do the back. Let's work on the back. So this is the back pattern. So I have my neck. This is 3 by 1. I did the tightening, the armhole, and then the back tightening here, I used 0.5 For the dart, I use 0.75, 0.75, and then the bust and then the waist. So right now you have so many options. You can decide to just make your back a simple style. For example, if you just want to make it a simple style, all you need to do is just to come here and add 1 inch, which is your zip allowance. You will follow this part. You will follow this part that is taken in. That is where you have your intake. You will follow this part and then you measure out 1 inch, and that is where your zipper is going to stay. And I hope that you know that the intake here depends on what, if you are attaching this top to a skirt, it has to be the same thing. If I take in 0.5 here, then it means on the lower part that I will be joining to it, I have to also take 0.5 on the skirt. So, and if I take 0.75, I must take 0.75 on the lower one that I'm going to join to it. I hope you understand what I'm saying. And then another thing I want to show you is that you can decide to close up your dart. If you don't want your back, if you don't want to sew in the dart, all you just need to do is to close it up on your pattern this way. You will close it up on your pattern gently. You will close it up. So when you close it up on your pattern this way, you will close it up and hold it down with a sellotape. So you can put this draft this way on your fabric and cut out. It's going to have an illusion of a dart, but the dart, you will not sew the dart. So that is the thing. So, but in case you want to have something that is more stylish, like what we have that is trending now, you want to have a loop, or you want to have a gourmet, you want to attach all those rope and stuff to it. The first thing you're going to do is this. Remember in the front pattern, we came down by 7 here, and it's good for you to match your pattern up. Let the front and the back, let them match up. So here we are going to mark the same. Here we are going to mark 7 so that we can match up our front and back pattern this way. Okay, this one is going to we have to match it up this way. So let me remove this so that we can see what we are doing properly. Okay, so we are going to match it. We are going to match it up properly, the front and the back. You are going to match it up properly. So the next thing you want to do is you have to determine how you want your back to be. You can decide to leave all this side and use your tool for this side, and then come down here and, okay, just let me do something very simple. But if you actually want me to do a whole detailed video on how to fix the back loop or the gourmet, just let me know in the comment section, and then I will teach you how to fix the loop and the eyelets and all the stuff. But let me just do a rough work here for you to see what, just to explain. So what you will do is this. Now we have decided that we want to match it up. So it means that our measurement will start from here. So from here now, I can decide that I want to come in by 3, or I want to come in by 2.5, depending on how wide you want your back to open. There are some that will come with modesty panel, there are some that will not have modesty panel. So for this one now, let's assume we are not adding a modesty panel. So if I go in here by 2.5, it means that this is one part. It means that the other part too will be 2.5, and it means that this side will be opened by 5 inches. If I do 3 here, it means that it will be opened by 6. And then on the lower part here, I will do 1 here. So this is 1, the other side too is 1, that will be 2. So what we can do is from this, or you can even have from here, let's get the midpoint of this part. You can do something like this here. I've seen a lot of designs like this where the whole of this side here, the whole of this side here can be your net or your tool. You can do so many designs, you can do a lot with this, and then from here you will bring it down like this. So when you do this, that means that you are going to cut off this side. We don't need it, you cut it off, and then your loop will be on this side here. This is where you have your loop. Or okay, most of the time I don't like starting this line with this place, so you can move it like one, you can move this back a bit. You can move it back. I hope I'm not confused. You can move it back a bit this way. Yes. So you can move it back and start your loop from here and have this. You can add another material, another fabric to this place, and just do any other style you want. So that's just a quick explanation on the type of design you can have for your bag. So that will be it for this. So but the most important one, where we are looking at, is actually the basque here and our corset here, which is the cup here. Okay, at this point I just feel I should show you how you are going to place this pattern. So I just brought in, let me put this under here so that you can see my pattern properly. So this is a skirt this way. Let's assume this is a skirt draft. The waist of your skirt must be the same thing with this place here, the waist here. So this is the waist, this is the hip line here. This is the hip line here. So after your draft, this is what you're going to do. You're going to put your top on the skirt this way and make sure that it aligns both at the side and in front here. And then you will use your marker or whatever you are using to outline it this way, so that you can get the perfect curve in front. So for this now, I'm going to cut this place off, and that is how to attach your bust, your here. This is how to attach it here. You can see the side must align and the front too must align. So that is how to just put together your top and your skirt. I hope you understand that, and I hope you enjoyed this class. I hope you understand it. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe. Please, it is free. Just hit the subscribe, just that subscribe button, just hit it. And then if you like what you have watched today, press the like button. You are communicating with me so that I will know the kind of content I should be creating. And then you can also hit the notification bell so that whenever I upload another video, you will be informed. So thank you so much and have a nice day.